Welcome to Talking Models. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at Typhon Studios' new release, The Phantom of the Opera, sculpted by Kidwell, and this is the mask version. Now keep in mind, these are not two separate kits. I did a video a few episodes back on the regular look with Lon Chaney Sr. This is the other head that comes with it. So of course I made a plea to Mike on the last video about, hey, it'd be nice to have another body so I could do another version of this. Boom! Thank you, Mike. You're awesome. So with the mask version, I wanted to try to tackle a grayscale with it. So that's what I did. Let's take a look at this again. Take a look at this beautiful kit. You can see you have a nice simple base, like a pillar that displays the kit beautifully. You've got Phantom of the Opera on the front, and you've got, of course, the body. Just a nice flow to the body. You've got the bow tie that he wore. You've got the head with the hat on top. You've got the mask that was worn by the Phantom before he was unmasked, which is the other version of this kit, the other head. And you can see that Kent captured it beautifully. I really like this mask version. It just adds a mysterious look, which of course the Phantom was very mysterious as he roamed the halls of the theater, lurking, listening, and waiting. One beautiful kit. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about what I did to bring this one to life in grayscale. So let's begin. So what I did is I started by priming the kit with Stylorez Gray from Badger. Just shot the whole thing with that, and it just gives me a nice starting point, especially working in grayscales. So as always, I like to start with the base. That kind of dictates what I'm going to do with the figure. I pulled out the Black Arts Grayscale Gray for the nameplate and the base. I sprayed that and got a good starting point. So I came in then and painted the trim, the words, and the top and bottom trim of the base with grayscale black. It just gives me, again, a nice starting point and gives me a good base color for the nameplate to start building up my grays. I then came in and painted the letters with the grayscale gray. All these grays are from the Blackheart grayscale set. Do yourself a favor and check them out. I really like them. So once I had those letters done, I came in and sprayed patterns on the base itself using the grayscale dark gray. Again, just building up some different colors and adding some depth. So when I come in with the lighter colors, everything will tie together. So I came in and highlighted the accents on the nameplate using grayscale gray. And the upper section of the sign, I also used the grayscale dark gray, just again to give a little bit of a contrast on the nameplate. So then I came in and started dry brushing. There's a lot of raised, Kent's got a lot of detail in the top of the base, the sides, along the bottom. Came in with the grayscale gray, and I simply just started dry brushing the base and, you know, just kind of getting it all nice, and you'll just see that the colors just start popping when you go with the lighter grays. And then I came in and with some black pastels, and I just started working in all the cracks along the sides and the front and the back of the base. I just came in with the black pastel and just kind of worked it all in, and it just gave it a nice look for the cracked areas of the base. And believe it or not, the base was done. Boom. So I moved on to the body. The body, I base coated the body using the grayscale black. That gives me a nice starting point, and also I wanted to go with a black for the jacket and everything that ties into the Phantom of the Opera. I came in then, highlighted the jacket with some grayscale dark gray, just kind of punching in the folds and just kind of giving it a lighter tone, like a blackish gray tone, which I think would fit nicely for his jacket area. And then, of course, you kind of want to come in with some, what I use is body baked black, and just kind of punch in the shadows below all the folds, just to give it a nice shadowy black look. I then moved on to a shirt, and using gray, white, dark, I just simply shot the shirt with that. And then I wanted a contrast between the shirt, the tie, and the body itself, so I came back in to the tie and hat with grayscale black, and just airbrushed that on his hat, and also his tie. I hand painted that in. And believe it or not, the body was done. Just kind of moves very quickly once you get going. Now, moving up to his mask. I base coated the mask using gray, white, dark. And I started building up the shadowing using grayscale dark gray. That way you kind of get a little bit of a contrast and while you're accenting and building up your shadows. For the skin area, I used the white gray light and just sprayed all the skin areas. Again, there's not a whole lot on there. Sides of the mask, his ears, and a little bit on the back of his head. So of course, once I had that done, it was simply time to shade the face. So I brought out the grayscale gray and just kind of punched in the shadows and just kind of quieted down the skin a little bit while giving it more depth. So for the hair, I brought out the grayscale black again and just shot the hair area on the back, on the sides by his ears, and everything was looking good. It's a nice contrast between the face and the mask when you add in that black on the hair. The shirt collar, same as the shirt, I used the grayscale white and just simply airbrushed that on. And then, of course, it's just going back and forth with the process of your colors just to build up your shadows, your highlights. And again, like everything in painting these kits, it's a process. And once you're done, you'll see it all come to life. And believe it or not, the mask and the face and hat were done. Boom. Last but not least is the eyes. The eyes were base coated with white, gray, white, and I just simply used a small brush and just painted in the eye area. Then I came in with some grayscale black and I painted in the eye itself, the iris, if you will. And then for the eye color, I decided to use grayscale gray and simply just hand painted in the eye, leaving a hint of the black showing, so you've got the separation from the eye color to the pupil itself. And then I added in the pupil and with some grayscale black. And I also painted the inner part of the eye opening using that black also. So you got like the mask, the outline of the hole for his eyes with the black, and then the stark boom of his eyes. It just ties the whole piece together. And of course, once I had that done, believe it or not, the eyes were done. And that's what I did to bring this beautiful kit to life. As you can see, it's just a nice kit. Everything just flows, to the back, the sides, the face, the nameplate, everything folds. Just nice. Everything just flows together. So that's what I did to bring the masked version of Typhon Studios' newest release, Phantom of the Opera, sculpted again by Kent Kidwell. These kits are available through Mike Calvert over at Typhon Studios. I will put his information in the description of this video. And do yourself a favor. Maybe pick up a couple of these. That way you can put them side by side and have the masked version and the unmasked version. Man, the possibilities. And for the price he has these at, it's very affordable. So thanks for tuning into this episode today of Talking Models. And I would love to see you guys subscribe. Those of you that maybe just stumbled upon it, hit that subscribe button. And we'd love to add you to the family. So once again, I appreciate your support of this channel. Share it with your friends. Tell others that in the hobby about it. And jump on board. So have a great day today, and thanks again for stopping in. And as always, may the Lord bless your day.